The seventh theme of the international economics course focuses on the political economy of international trade. And we start by discussing the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, or GATT, which has been an important step to lowering the barriers of trade. So, as you remember, perhaps from this volume of world trade since 1950, after the Second World War, the world trade was at the low point, and of course, during the war, this kind of trade relations had been cut off in many parts of the world. So after the war, there was then the GATT agreement was signed by 23 nations in late 1947, and with the explicit purpose to promote international trade by reducing or eliminating trade barriers such as tariffs and quotas. So this kind of international collaboration is very important because, as we remember from the discussion of tariffs, of course the tariff impact of tariff does not get directly to this country that imposes the tariff, but the part of this tariff will be paid by the exporters. So of course, if some other country imposes tariffs on the exports of a country, then this country that gets hurt by this kind of tariffs then typically responds by also increasing its own tariffs. So this is why this kind of international treaties and negotiations are very important. So this GATT agreement is still exists as a part of this umbrella treaty for the World Trade Organization, which was established in 1995. So I come back to the World Trade Organization in the next video lesson, but let's consider this GATT agreement a little bit in more detail. So, as I mentioned, the GATT agreement was signed in 1947 and only by 23 countries. But the agreement had to be renewed, and this table taken from Wikipedia indicates these various trade negotiation rounds that took place after 1947 as well. So we can see that the number of countries gradually increased up to 123 countries in the last Uruguay round of negotiations. And over time, of course, also these items included in the treaty and countries included in the treaty increased. So the treaty became more and more effective in a sense. But of course, also as the number of countries increases and the number of items covered by the treaty increases, then of course the complexity of the treaty also increases. So the last Uruguay round that started in 1986 lasted 87 months. So that's more than 7 years of negotiations. So that just illustrates that the complexity of the treaty also increased over time. But in general, this kind of international trade negotiations have achieved a lot of decrease in the trade barriers. So this figure taken from the Krugman et al. Textbook indicates the development of the average tariff rate in the USA. So we can see that there was after the recession in 1930s, there was the all-time high tariff rate up to almost 60%. And we can see also here that 1947, when the GATT agreement was signed, there's also like a sharp decrease in the average tariff rates. And even after that, the average tariff rates of the USA has decreased, at least until this date of 2008 indicated in this figure. So it seems that, and there is also other evidence that this GATT agreement effectively helped to decrease tariffs in this signatory countries. And also in developing countries, there has been decrease in tariffs. So this figure, also taken from the Grugman et al. Textbook, indicates two countries in particular. Blue-colored bars are India, and red-colored bars refer to Brazil. And the green line is an average of all developing countries. So if we consider first India's case, indicated by blue color, so in 1966, the tariffs reached up to 100%. So of course, notice that there is no boundary. It could be even more than 100%, but of course, like 100% tariff means that it effectively doubles the price of the imported good. And since then, the tariffs also in India have decreased. Same applies to Brazil as well. But in general, the tariff rates tend to remain higher in developing countries rather than industrialized countries. So in the next video lesson, I will then discuss the establishment of World Trade Organization and the current situation. Thank you very much, and see you next time.